y'all, this is Love from Hanging Out with Love. It's been a while since I've done one of my super early morning videos, but I just left the gym. I'm chewing a vitamin right now. It's like a Vita gummy thing. Anywho, let me move this. So, what? I don't have a notebook over here. Oh, yes, I do. All right, I have to have something near me to write on while I'm doing my videos because it just helps me. If I get a thought, I write it down, whatever. All right, so great rising. I just left the gym and God just laid something on my heart, something that I'm realizing about myself and something that I wanted to share with you. So I always tell you that when you listen to my videos, even take what resonates with you. Take what resonates. Take the information that is applicable. If I'm sharing information about appearance, but you already have yourself together, you feel attractive, men are attracted to you, you get the kind of attention that you're looking for, then that information is probably not for you. That's not for you to take and go change everything about yourself because you just heard a video about changing your appearance, right? Or if you are a self-made millionaire and someone's talking about, oh, you need to get your finances in order, but you are an excellent money manager, that information is probably not for you. So you have to be mindful of what you're taking in when you're in a certain place because it's not always applicable. And I brought this up because something crossed my mind about the Kevin Samuels show. I told you ladies, I went up there just to receive some feedback. I definitely will be married within the next year, mark my words. And so before I started embarking on a new dating journey, I ran across his page and he actually sparked it for me because for a while I just got comfortable with not dating anyone, and I hadn't been dating since like January up until September. So from January to September, that's about 9 months, I just wasn't dating. And there was nothing wrong with it to me. Like I'm like, I gotta move because I was relocating. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do about school. I was working on my brands, getting my money up. So I just had so much other stuff going on that I wasn't focusing on just being a woman. And I needed to do that, right? So I go on this show and he basically tells me two things. One, he said I was poor. And the second thing, he basically told me that I weighed more than most men did. So in an aspect of me being overweight, definitely true. Like I am proportionate. I look pretty. I am proportionate. But that doesn't mean that I'm healthy. And I was picking and choosing when I wanted to be healthy, when I wanted to eat certain foods, when I wanted to eat clean, when I wanted to eat junk food. And there was no pattern. It was just like, oh, I feel like doing this today, so I should go eat it. I feel like doing this today, so I should go eat it. So I wasn't really having discipline when it came to my eating habits. I had enough discipline to keep myself at a certain level of comfort. But that conversation, and even before then, just watching his videos, listening to him talk about Black women in fitness, it pushed me out of my comfort zone and it actually forced me to do some research. And I was literally listening to videos about Black women and how we have like the worst health outcomes in the United States, which was crazy to me. I'm also reading a book called it's by Queen Afua, and it's called Woman Heal Thyself. And so when you read that book, the foreword, like the first thing she talks about are fibroids, ovarian cysts, heavy periods, and these are things that I have experienced. Like I've had an ovarian cyst before. I've had very heavy periods to the point where I felt sick. I didn't want to get out of bed. I remember in high school, I actually used to physically throw up the first day because my hormones were everywhere. I would quit jobs during my period because my emotions were all over the place. If you say something wrong to me, I'm clocking out and I'm leaving. Or if it's not a clock out type of job, I'm just leaving. And you'll never see me again, and I'll go work somewhere else. That's how bad it was. My hormones were like bing, 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 bing. So I started learning more about the diet and things of that nature. So I cleaned up my diet a little bit just so I could eliminate the abdominal discomfort and discomfort in my womb. But I didn't do enough to where it would impact me overall, all of my health outcomes, making sure that my weight was at a healthy level, clearing up my skin. Like, as you guys can see, my skin is really popping right now, and I love it. And it's just changed so much, and it's only been a few weeks. So even when I started working out back in August, I still wasn't changing all of my eating habits. Like, I was eating better, but I would still eat late at night sometimes because y'all know my sleep schedule it's all over the place sometimes. The second part that he said about me being poor. Now, again, I did not tell him about all of my income because I just didn't want that to be picked apart. I already know, like, whatever you mentioned there, he's on it. I left that part out. I just talked about my main job. Didn't mention anything about my brands or whatever, right? So that part, I knew I can't take that to heart. If I'm telling him that I have this student loan debt and I make $2,000 a month on average, of course he's going to call me poor. And I live by myself and I have a car payment. Of course he's going to say that about me, right? But he doesn't know me. So from the outside looking in, you can say, okay, yes, this young woman does not look her healthiest. She may be cute, she may be pleasant, but you need to get in the gym. Are you going to the gym? I'm like, yeah, just started a new gym, etc. That's something that I could take. But no way I'm accepting a man who doesn't know me, knowing the hustler in me, knowing who I am. No way I'm going to accept from him that I'm poor. Does that make sense? And this is not a shot. I've already done a video on, what I felt like I took from those recommendations and how I feel like I could better myself. I'm not bashing him. I'm saying all this to say, you know yourself better than anyone. And you have to recognize the difference between what resonates and what makes you feel uncomfortable, right? If it doesn't resonate with you, that means it's not applicable. But that's very different than, oh, dang, this is something I need to consider, but I'm going to reject it because it made me feel uncomfortable. It resonated. You just did not like what was being said. Does that make sense? So I may not have liked, oh, you're big, you weigh more than most men. Okay. Maybe I didn't like that, right? But calling me poor, that doesn't resonate with me because I know my habits with money. You get what I'm saying? I know that multiple sources of income is essential. I know that you have to have an emergency fund. I know that if things hit the fan, I have a backup plan, right? Those are the things you have to be mindful of. I know I have good credit. You know yourself better than anybody. So when you are listening to these videos, take what resonates. In the society that we live in, we take in so much information and our subconscious is constantly being permeated with different sources. And we got this voice in our ear and this voice in this ear and the voices that we heard while we were growing up, our parents, different leaders. And it's getting to the point where we're taking in too much. Protect yourself. I constantly talk to you ladies about protecting your eye gates, which is what you watch, porn, movies, TV shows. I want to watch Power Book 2 so bad. But right now, I have so many goals and I'm reading so many different books and listening to audio books and studying for a test and taking different trainings and stuff at work, I don't want my brain to be clouded by that right now. There's certain music, like I can't even play music right now because I don't want to listen to that. I was listening to classical music yesterday, ladies. Now, music is very spiritual. I'm not telling you that you have to stop listening to it altogether. I'm saying watch yourself. I'm saying even when you have a church home, you have to be careful who prays over you. You have to be careful what people speak over you. I can't let people talk to me any kind of way. I had a friend years ago who used to just throw the B word around. Oh, be this, be that. I'd be like, that's not me. I don't call my friends that. I don't want to be called that. Oh, that's just how I talk. I don't want to be called that. Oh, love, I'm not that. You can call me friend. You can call me associate. You can call me enemy. You cannot call me the B word. And people joke around, haha, you ain't ass. No, I don't. I don't even play like that. Watch how you allow people to talk to you. And it sounds very trivial, but anything that people say can affect your mind. Think about the things that people said to you repeatedly when you were a kid, things that may have hurt your feelings. Things that may have hurt your feelings. Think about that. Think about some of the things that you still remember someone saying to you that hurt your feelings when you were a child, and now you are a grown woman or a grown man, and you're still, even if you're not harboring the negative emotions, you're still recalling that information. You can remember the day like it was yesterday. Some people can still remember what they had on. Watch what you take in. Watch what people say to you. Do not allow people to speak anything over your life or to call you out of your name. And also, when you do, seek out that information, because I physically went onto a show and was asking for this, okay? This man did not attack me. Just being honest. I called in and asked him, what do you think? And he asked me questions. Does that make sense? But even when you seek out that information, take what resonates with you. It's about you. Only you know you. Even myself as a consultant, I have the information that you give me. Which is why I say, if you're not being honest, how can I help? If I don't really know what's going on in the situation, if you're telling me, oh, I just don't think he's the person for me because he did this, this, and that, but you didn't say what you did to him. You didn't say before he didn't act this way, but you did something to break his trust. You're not telling me that part. So now I'm telling you, well, maybe you should leave him alone. When in actuality, you probably need to work on yourself and work on your relationship if he's willing to still accept you with the BS that you did. Right? Be real with yourself and stop seeking help from these different people and not being honest with them. You're not helping. It's giving you the illusion that you're actively seeking help and doing something to better yourself. But if you're not being truthful, are you really? Okay? And speaking of truthful, I have a video about that coming up very soon, because God is just really exposing some things to me. A lot of the things that we do really do derive from trauma. And I just have to be very transparent. The reason why I tell you ladies so much is because as I grow, I'm going to update you. I'm living too. I'm growing too. So as I change, I'm going to let you know I changed this, and this is why I think the way I do now. I may not have thought the same 3 months ago. And that's okay because I'm evolving, right? But I have to address that. It's mandatory. And I'm speaking it now just so you ladies can hold me accountable. Like, love, what was that video you were going to do on trust and truthfulness? I got you, all right? And this is why I need my notebook, because you got to take the notes, babe. But anyway, I'm about to get in the shower. I'm still trying to navigate this whole breakfast thing. I was going to do my usual and just make some eggs and put some salsa on top. And, you know, I don't have any avocado, so that's really something. When I ordered groceries this week, they didn't have a lot of things. So they were like, oh yeah, we only have one container of the fresh blueberries, the organic blueberries. And then, yeah, we didn't have 3 bags of the mixed frozen fruit, but we had 1 big bag of the 3-pounder bag. And they were just giving me these substitutions, and most of them I didn't even accept because I'm like, how can you substitute an organic pear? How can you substitute this, you know? So I have to go grocery shopping again. I'm still not going out. I'm gonna order it again, but I need to get some more fruit for sure, so I can figure this out. And also, I need to get a supplement. I may get it from my gym, but I need to get a supplement that I can put into my smoothie that's like a meal replacement, so that I can feel fuller longer, and won't feel like I'm starving myself before lunchtime, because I just don't want that feeling. But that's what's up with me. Take what resonates. Be mindful of what you listen to, what you take in. I love you ladies so much. And if you need me, you know how to reach me. All of my information is in that description box. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. And stay up, you know. Keep smiling. Love you.